If you're involved in an accident with a taxi cab, the first thing to look at is who is at fault. If you're a passenger in the taxi and your taxi driver caused the accident, the taxi company is going to be responsible for your damages. If you're a passenger in a taxi and somebody else is responsible for hitting the taxi, then that is the responsible party, not the taxi company. Being involved in an accident in a taxi is a little bit different than being involved in an accident as a passenger in your friend's car or someone else's car. Taxi cab companies are heavily regulated. They're all required to carry commercial insurance, and they tend to have very high limits on their insurance policies, whereas the average driver in Nevada may only have the minimum limits of $25,000 to $50,000. Being injured in a taxi cab is sometimes a little different than being injured in a regular passenger vehicle. Often people in taxi cabs are sitting in the back seat. Often taxi cabs have plexiglass between the front and the back seat. So if there is an impact, you'll see damages where somebody's head may strike the plexiglass, which is different than what you would find in an ordinary vehicle. Victims in a taxi cab accident are entitled to collect damages for their pain and suffering, for their medical bills, and for their lost earnings, and also for any court costs or fees they may have incurred. Clients hire Precision Injury Law because they like the fact that they're dealing with me and not some faceless person in a large corporation. They like that they can get in touch with me. They like that I'm available. I'll take the time to educate them about the legal process. I'll give them the options of how we can proceed with their case, and they're happy with the results. What makes Precision Injury Law different from other firms is we are a small, boutique firm, and we take the time to craft the right solution for each individual client. Client communication is key. I do my best to return phone calls and emails the very same day. As a lawyer, sometimes I'm in trial and I cannot do that, so I will return calls within 48 hours. Precision Injury Law is a small firm, and the advantage of dealing with a small firm is you know who you're dealing with. I will be handling or overseeing all of the cases, so if somebody has a question, they're not calling some random department somewhere in a large firm, they'll be speaking with me. During an initial consultation for a taxi cab accident, we'll look at all the facts of the accident. Often taxis have video footage, so we'll want to get that if possible. Then we'll look at your injuries, we'll look at your prognosis and any future required treatment. And after that, we'll look at the law and we'll figure out the best path to get you the best result you want.